Good evening, soccer fans. Welcome to Unionville High School. District 1 Class AA Boys Championship Final coming at you tonight. Right there in front of you, the number 6 seed, the Radnor Raiders. Their opponent tonight, the number 8 seed, the Lansdale Catholic Crusaders. Welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jeff Elliott. This is ESVN, the Eastern Soccer Video Network, bringing you tonight's exciting playoff soccer action. Well, this game was originally scheduled for 24 hours ago, and the rains of yesterday washed it all out. But the good news is it's a lot drier tonight, but it is still brisk and cool, and no doubt the snack bar here at Unionville High School will be doing brisk business at the halftime break. But the real brisk business tonight will be right on the pitch in front of you. The Radnor Raiders in all white. Looks like they're going to have the opening tap tonight against the Lansdale Catholic Crusaders. Well, these two teams have deceiving season records. Lansdale Catholic, the number 8 seed, comes in at 12-7-2 overall. They finished 4th place in the PAC conference. Radnor at, let me think here, 10-8-3, I believe, overall. And they finished 7th in the Central League. Uncharacteristic for them to finish in the bottom half of the table. But these two teams actually have an interesting history over the last 6 years. They've met 4 times. Back in 1998, when both teams were still in Class AAA, they met down at Radnor. Radnor a 4-2 victor there. In 2000, this was the championship match for District 1 in Class AA. These two teams faced off. Lansdale Catholic came into that match 23-0-0, and Radnor took them down 1-0. And then just last year, Lansdale Catholic returned the favor in the opening round of district playoffs, knocking off Radnor, I believe it was 2-1 down at Radnor High School. The Crusaders in the dark green and black, looks probably almost entirely black on your screen here tonight. First shot of the match goes to the Crusaders, and it is well wide to the left. Seniors Chris Popalizio and Tom Gallagher in goal for Lansdale Catholic and Radnor, respectively. They've both got yellow shirts on tonight. Chris Dambley, the senior, will set it up for Radnor on the 6. We have seen Radnor on a number of occasions this season. Our first look tonight at Lansdale Catholic. Dambley bombs this one out to the midfield line. Up high for the header, number 11, Kyle Welsh. Matt Hitson forward and heads it away. Panis Panitas drops it back for Justin Matthew. The Radnor Raiders like to knock the ball around, but the other night in the semifinal against Holy Ghost Prep, they played long ball, flying it over the Holy Ghost midfield. That worked for them. They won it 3-0. There is a bit of a breeze here tonight, and it seems to be blowing pretty much in our faces. Maybe a bit of a factor, but we'll just have to wait and see how it is. A restart into the box, headed straight up by the Crusaders. Out from Radnor, and now Panos Panitas tracks back to pick it up. He gets it out wide. Keith Shilcock-Elliott, the leading scorer for the Raiders, out at the near sideline. This is an all-grass field. We're seeing more and more artificial turf around District 1, but tonight we're playing on grass and on this multi-purpose field at Unionville High School, deep in southern Chester County. Matt Hitson and number 14, Grayson Drucker. Clyde Drucker is the scoring machine for the Crusaders, we understand. And an interesting subtext to this match, the two coaches here, Gary Popalizio, Kyle Shilcock-Elliott, really very close friends. Kyle Shilcock-Elliott, just 24 years old. Here's a ball into the box. Lansdale Catholic with a chance, but Tom Gallagher snaps it up. Well, head coach Gary Popalizio's son Chris in net for the Crusaders. His oldest son, Don Popalizio, plays his college ball at Quinnipiac University. Kyle Shilcock-Elliott, the head coach for Radnor's 2 younger brothers, also play at Quinnipiac. They're teammates of Don Popalizio's. And in fact, Kyle Shilcock-Elliott and Gary Popalizio, the head coach, shared coaching duties this summer at an FC Delco under-23 team. So they're good friends, very familiar with each other. This is going to be a game of familiarity to a degree. Here's Chris Dambley surging down the field. Ball knocked out by number 7, Andrew Wonder. And I got to tell you, I'm looking down the rosters here. We go back to 1998, and there were a couple of Shilcock-Elliott's and a and a Madden on the field for Lansdale Catholic. Well, guess what? It hasn't changed. Keith Shilcock-Elliott on the field for Radnor, the youngest of 4 brothers, and Sean Madden also out there for Lansdale Catholic. So lots of interesting connections between these two teams. Throw in for Radnor deep in their own end. Chris Dambley drops it in, and Len Checchio can't handle it. Drucker gets it forward, gets it right back, but there's John Hood, and Lee Bissett now plays it through one Crusader, but can't hang on. That's number 10, Sean Madden right there. We were just talking about him, and foul committed. Radnor's going to restart. Through the first 5 minutes here, it's been pretty much Lansdale Catholic with control, but both these teams trying to shake off the nerves of a playoff game. Here's Keith Shilcock-Elliott going into the goal. Here comes Papalizio out. He missed the ball, but it stayed right there for him as Panitas and Shilcock-Elliott both made the same runs. And they both were past the ball after Papalizio bobbled it. Ball headed out on the near side by senior defender Matt Hitson. Throw in for the Crusaders. Number 23, Tom Swaintek drops it on in. Madden has it, but there's Panitas to take the trap. He lays it back to Dambley. Dambley flies it out. Shilcock-Elliott is going to attract a crowd. He had 2 goals against Holy Ghost Prep the other night in the semifinal. Here's a ball into the middle of the field and comes to the near side. It's going to be a throw in for Radnor. Well, as we said, this is a multi-purpose field here at Unionville, but as it's configured for soccer, the yellow lines, and they may be a little difficult to see, they are a bit worn, but the yellow lines defining the field, and this is a fairly sizable field considering it is also used for football. A good width on this field, and it's configured at about 110 yards right now in length. Here's Papalizio with the outlet, not well taken, but it's going to skid on past the midfield of Radnor, and the Crusaders play it ahead. Ball popped out. Panitas floats it ahead. Nogales on the move. Nogales trying to get position. He's just a sophomore, the youngest starter for the Radnor Raiders. Drucker working through traffic, but there's Len Checchio for Radnor. Here's Matt Hitson, and again they try the long through ball, but Andrew Wonder, the central defender for the Crusaders, got it, and here's a long ball in, and no problem for Chris Papalizio. Radnor is going to find that they're not going to be able to drop it behind the defense and in front of Chris Papalizio without Papalizio covering it up. He is a rock-solid goaltender. Against weaker goalkeepers, that strategy can work because you can maybe count on the goalkeeper for making a mistake or two, but here's a ball down the far side, and it's bumped on out by number 9, Mark Fitzgerald, I believe that is over there. Ball dropped in for Radnor, played back Justin Matthew. Inside, Len Checchio. Checchio drops it back to Dambley. Outside, Nogales at the line. Nogales under pressure, still with control. Nogales pops out, as he often does. Working through traffic, still has the ball, touches inside Panitas. Looking to go back to Nogales. The ball played away by the Crusader defense. Here's Panos Panitas. Panitas into the box. Collides heavily with Swaintek, and the Crusaders get it on out. Matt Hitson works around Drucker, and Drucker commits the foul. It's going to be a restart for Radnor. Well, a reasonably decent crowd here despite the later hour and the distance from both of these schools. Long ball into the box. Once again, Papalizio well off the line to snap that one up. This was a much longer drive for the Lansdale Catholic crew than it was for Radnor, but it was a good 50 to 55 minutes just for Radnor to get here. So we're at the far, far reaches, southern reaches of District 1. Unionville High School hosting tonight had a very strong AAA team. They lost to the number 1 seed Downingtown West 1-0 in the quarterfinal round of the AAA playoffs. And let's see, we're going to have a throw in here. for the Crusaders. Chris Dambly.
For Lansdale Catholic, number 12, Chris
Cush, number 12, into the match for Lansdale Catholic. Keith Shilcock-Elliott takes it down. Shilcock-Elliott is going to try to go from distance, but right on his back, Kevin Fee, I'm sorry, and I suspect Kevin Fee has one assignment tonight, and that is to shadow Keith Shilcock-Elliott. Bissett snaking forward, hits John Hood, out to Sargent. Sargent has it pop up and has the trap taken, or at least knocked away. There's Justin Matthew on the far side for Radnor. Hood ahead, Panitas to Shilcock-Elliott, back to Panitas. Panitas runs into traffic, and then John Hood can't get in there to help out. The Crusaders pop it loose, looking for Drucker up top. He's 1-on-3 right now, and Dambly's going to bomb this. Shilcock-Elliott was offsides, but Panitas was not, so Papalizio comes out to punch it up high. Well done by the senior goalkeeper. The Crusaders, through Sean Madden, get it up into the midfield. Coming forward is number 17, Michael Drew, and now the Crusaders have it out wide. Dan Tallarico lays it back. A high ball floated towards the 18. Up high for that one was Matt Hitson, and they called an undercut foul right there. Not a popular call with the Lansdale Catholic fans right beneath us, but play on. Chris Dambly has the ball stripped by Drucker. Drucker sends it long across. Justin Matthew there for Radnor. He gets it ahead quickly to Chris Sargent, but Sargent can't handle it. And now Cecchio. Cecchio comes across the field. Rodrigo Nogales. Nogales, first touch was taken away, at least briefly, by Tallarico, but Tallarico knocked it out over the near touchline. It's a throw-in for the Raiders. Chris Dambly drops it into Matt Hitson. Hitson to Len Cecchio with lots of room in the middle of the field. Cecchio straight on through, but the through ball just not working tonight for Radnor. They might have to try a different strategy before too long. Here's Panitas. Panitas steaming ahead. Panitas still with control into the box. And then coming out of the central defense, number 7, Andrew Wonder. Bill Gallus sends it across. And Chris Sargent tried to lean and get a header on that one, did not. And we have a player down well behind the play at midfield. And let's see who it is. It's one of the Lansdale Catholic Crusaders holding his hand, or holding his face, I should say. Well, we're going to take a little break while the fallen Crusader is tended to.
Coming on to
that was number 10, Sean Madden, who was shaken up on the play for the Crusaders. Number 22, Ben Wasser, will take his place at least momentarily. Madden limping off pretty gingerly, and I'm sure the Crusaders hope he can get back out there before this one is over. But for right now, it's going to be Wasser, and he's going to run up top, it looks like. As Chris Papalizio restarts for the Crusaders. Chris Dambly with a header inside for Panitas. Panitas tried to get a foot up, but Drucker was right there. John Hood has it for Radnor. Chris Sargent. Matthews forward progress stopped temporarily, but Matthews stayed with it, and now he's got Sargent down the right side. Sargent on the move, but now he plays it across right to the feet of Grayson Drucker. Ball pops out on the near side. The Crusaders have it and play it on out. It's going to be a throw-in for Radnor. Chris Dambly at midfield into Len Cecchio. He has to pull it back away from pressure, and not sure what happened there, but Radnor's going to take it across the backside. Lee Bissett. Matthew down the line looking for Shilcock-Elliott. Shilcock-Elliott. A quick turning shot. This one hits the side panel, no problem there. I think Shilcock-Elliott wanted to get a little bit more foot around the ball. I see it was deflected, so it's going to be a corner kick for the Raiders. That's maybe part of the reason it went behind the line. Len Cecchio to take this corner for Radnor. A low bouncer. This is going to be played away by Drucker on the short side. This one may or... Nope, it's not going to get out. Castle saves it for the Crusaders. Ball inside. Shilcock Elliott's just a step away. And offside was called. That wouldn't have counted in any event. Papalizio, long outlet. And the Radnor Raiders are going to have to keep their eye on that. Tom Gallagher a little confused on that one, but took it on a bounce for Radnor. His punt to the center circle. Panitas missed it. Right there, number 12, Chris Cush. Cush got it ahead initially, but Chris Stanley surging forward, picks it up for the Raiders. Into space, Chris Surgeon on the move. Surgeon pulls it out wide, slips ahead for Shilcock Elliott. And offside is called once again. Papalizio showing he's got a lot of leg. Gets this one up. Chris Damley got a head on it. Len Cecchio got a second touch. Damley's going to get it back, and he's going to try the left side. Ahead for Shilcock Elliott, but just beyond him. Kevin Fee tracking it back while Papalizio plays it on out. Hood had it on the chest for a moment, but Drucker there to pick it up for the Crusaders. Panita steals it off the feet of Drucker, and then it was out, I believe. Throw in for Lansdale Catholic. Hitson one times it into an empty space. Nobody from Radnor moving on that ball. So the Crusaders an easy out that time, but they give it right back to Len Cecchio. Drucker pops it up. Then Cush, but now Radnor. Shilcock Elliott working on Fee. Quickly touches it, and another corner kick for Radnor. Shilcock Elliott strong with both feet, and he went with a quick release there. Got a deflection as Kevin Fee hustled back to get involved. Chris Dambley now with the corner kick for Radnor. High curler coming in from behind. Justin Matthew couldn't get to it. And the Crusaders with a chance to break free, but there's Bissett to break it down, and now Justin Matthew curling well out to the right. Plays it across the box. Headed away centrally by Wonder. Crusaders having a little trouble prying it loose, and Matthew with another opportunity down the right side. Defended on the far side over there by number 9, Mark Fitzgerald. Radnor's going to get a restart. Keith Shilcock Elliott will step up to this one. He's going to try to go in net, but he just put it right into the three-man wall, right at their feet. Ball outlet to the far side, still alive, and a foul committed by Bissett over there against Ian Castle. Fee will put it back in play for the Crusaders. Both teams playing a bit of long ball, getting it up, trying to get it up to the front runners in a hurry. Radnor perhaps more so. Grayson Drucker from about 35 yards, nothing doing there. Breeze kicking up a bit. As we say, it's pretty much cross field. It would be coming at the camera as you view the field. Perhaps with a slight vector favoring Radnor, but not much. Dambley with the long outlet. Shilcock Elliott popped it ahead. Panitas trying to circle under. Can't get to it, and the Crusaders drop it back deep and restart across the back. Ball played ahead to Wasser. Wasser now puts it inside. Tallarico Drucker tries to go outside. Sargent tracking back. Ball popped into the box. Tom Gallagher, no problem there for the Radnor goalkeeper. Header comes backwards, and now Rodrigo Nogales perhaps for Radnor with a chance. Nogales slipped on the ball a little bit. Ball comes out deep. Chris Dambley picks it up for the throw-in for Radnor. Len Cecchio with some space in midfield. Let's see what he does with it. He's going to float it forward. Chris Sargent coming to the ball. Panitas in traffic, gets turned around, has to release to Cecchio. Back through for Shilcock Elliott. He came through a crowd, left it for Dambley. Ahead to Nogales. Nogales had it poked out there defensively. Chris Cush for the Crusaders. Radnor deep to Shilcock Elliott. He's going to play it all the way across the field for Justin Matthew. Matthew had trouble with the bouncing ball, sent a high floater. It's into the box, but the Crusaders play it out. Bodies flying, whistles silent. We play on.
Come on, guys. That whistle's not that cold.
Nogales in traffic. Turns around, leaves it for Cecchio. Cecchio has space on the far side. He goes inside for Sargent. Good defensive header, though, by the Crusaders. And they get it out quickly to Wasser at midfield. Ball poked away by Bassett. Throw in for Lansdale Catholic. Number 20 for the Crusaders entering the match. That is Ed Gormley.
Catholic, number 20, Ed Gormley.
Gormley replacing number 12, Chris Cush. Drucker hounded by John Hood. Dambley takes it off Drucker's foot. Ball laid inside to Nogales. Nogales tried a 1-2 with Dambley, but he just didn't have much room there. Nogales probably would have been wiser to turn that ball inside and take a peek. Bassett steps forward. Nogales touches it down. Nogales has room down the left side, and instead of taking it, he throws it in front of Shilcock Elliott. All he has to do is pop it up over Papalizio, but Papalizio got a hand on it. Was he in the box? I don't know. That was close. Best opportunity of the night there for either team, and Shilcock Elliott could not get a foot underneath that one. Papalizio came hard off the line and got a piece of it. Restart for the Raiders. Len Cecchio. Hitson up from the back. Cecchio curls it in. Drucker knocks it down. Dambley is going to hit from distance. He's got a good foot, and he hit a couple of restarts against Lower Merion this year, but a little wide on that one. Jay on into the match right now, replacing Keith Shilcock Elliott for Radnor.
Radnor, number 25, Jay on.
Hitson knocks it down, picked up in the midfield by Michael Drew. The Crusaders trying to pry it loose. Drew gets a good shot off, hits the football goalpost there. Drew earned himself some space against the Radnor defense. Got off a good rip, but he was a little high. Well, there's Sean Madden getting up on the sideline, so whatever injury he had wasn't that serious apparently, along with Keith Wood. They'll be coming in for the Crusaders at the next opportunity. Matt Hitson coming forward for Radnor. Hitson's going to bring it up himself, I think. Sends it long down into the corner for Nogales. Nogales is not going to get there. This ball's going to run on over the byline. Goal kick for Lansdale Catholic.
In the game for Lansdale Catholic, number 10, Sean Madden returns, along with number 21, Keith Wood.
Now you probably picked that up on the stadium announcement. Keith Wood and Sean Madden back into the match. Madden and Hood going at it. Ball poked free, but there's Hitson to play it on out. Nogales, good trap up top, has on inside. Nogales comes outside. He has on up in front. On's got some space. Can he pull it down and control it? Not really. The Crusaders swarm him. Nice ball chested there ahead to Keith Wood, but swept away by Matt Hitson.
Step up, Mark.
Len Checchio now out down the right side for Radnor. Tracked by number 11, Kyle Welsh. Checchio is going to serve this one across. Nogales lines it up. Had to back up, though, and it's not going to get anywhere near on net. Papalizio up high above the Radnor Raiders for that one. Dambley nods it inside. Hitson.
Good job, Tommy.
Stepping up. Ed Gormley took it off the foot of Rodrigo Nogales. High floating ball all the way across. Chris Sargent can't handle it. The Crusaders are going to collect with Mark Fitzgerald. He bombs it in to the 18, but Wood can't get there. It's Tom Gallagher for the Raiders. John Hood plays it deep. Chris Dambley. Dambley right up the middle. There's Jay On. He lays it off for Panos Panitas. Fee took it off the foot of Panitas, though. Now Jay On might get another chance, and he's going to get called for a handball there. We see Radnor's Keith Shilcock-Elliott back at the midfield line. He'll come in when the Radnors get a restart or a throw-in. Fee sends it right up the middle. Well, of the two teams, it appears Radnor trying to work the flanks a little bit more so than the Crusaders. They seem to be heading up the middle of the field most of the time. Right here we go. The Nogales can't handle it. This field is slightly crowned. Both sides run off that sort of 8-yard channel on both sides of the field does descend a little bit, and it helps the ball run a little bit long. And a foul committed there by Keith Wood as he tried to gain some space by pushing off there. Chris Dambley takes it into the middle. Lee Bissett for Radnor. Bissett's going to go long. And it's kept alive by the Crusaders. Good turnover there. Bissett now under pressure. Straight ahead for Panitas. Panitas has not gotten loose tonight. Hitson stepping forward. Works his way past the forwards. Then he's going to launch early, but picked off by Ed Gormley in the backside of the Crusaders' defense. The Crusaders push it to the near side, but Sean Madden goes skidding into the Radnor bench. Can't keep it alive. Got to be careful. There are some sprinkler heads just off the field here.
Substitutes into the game for Radnor. Number 21, Keith Shilcock-Elliott returns to the game.
Keith Shilcock-Elliott in, replacing Chris Sargent.
Brian Edling comes in.
And number 5, Brian Edling in for Lansdale Catholic. Well, after some early pressure by the Crusaders in the first 5 minutes, this game has kind of settled in. A giveaway here by Len Checchio in midfield for Radnor, picked up by Kyle Welsh. Welsh still with control. Tries to get it inside to Brian Edling, but Hitson is there for the Raiders. Cuts it back around Edling, tries to come up to Nogales. Hood takes it off the chest. Nice touchdown, but then he gave it away. Hood's going to get it back, though, and it's out. Ball down the line and out. Was it in and out? That's what we'll have to find out from our referee. Apparently it was. Radnor gets the throw in. That one helped by that crosswind. Radnor launches this one forward. The Crusaders play it out wide. Edling knocks it down. Hood is right there. Edling gets it back, sends it inside for number 17, Michael Drew. Across the backside through Fitzgerald. Matthews stepping forward for the Raiders. And now Bissett is going to go long down the line. Shilcock-Elliott takes it off the chest. He's immediately double teamed over there. And the Crusaders come marching up the field. Nice little 1-2 there. Andrew Wonder coming all the way up. Wonder still with control. Play on. A chance perhaps for the Crusaders, but there's Tom Gallagher. Brian Edling was right on the doorstep, but Gallagher covered it up. Best opportunity of the night so far for Lansdale Catholic, but Radnor gets it up to Shilcock Elliott in a hurry. He and Fee collide, and they're going to say that's a throw-in for Lansdale Catholic. Our referees are going to switch positions now. Ball out off Radnor again. Just about 12 minutes left in this scoreless first half. District 1 Class AA final. Only one team will advance to the state round. That will be the winner of this match. They will play, I believe, the number 3 team out of District 3. District 3, which is Reading, Lancaster, Harrisburg, York, that area, has a lot of AA schools up there. They actually get 4 teams into the state round, does District 3. Of course, down here in District 1, mostly large school size, AAA. Here's Panitas coming forward. Panitas still working through traffic. He's going to launch, and he's going to go way over the frame. Well, Panitas was doing pretty well breaking through the fences there. He probably should have just kept going. But he got a little anxious and popped that one well over the bar. Papalizio. Headed forward, Drucker. Madden is going to take, I'm sorry, not Madden, Michael Drew is going to try to crank it from a tough angle. He was running away from the goal, didn't get around it. Into the match, number 8, Ian Castle.
The game for the Lansdale Catholic.
Castle replaces Keith Wood up top. So Castle and Drucker back up at the front of the Lansdale Catholic show here. Panitas sends it into space. Don't know who he thought was going to get there, though. Ball played back. The Crusaders send it into the midfield. John Hood knocks it down. Panitas has it. Headed forward by Kyle Welsh. The Crusaders pop it long into the box. Tom Gallagher waits for it right at the edge of the 18. Got a little bump from Drucker there. Gallagher long down the right side. Out off the foot of Fitzgerald. It's going to be a throw-in for Radnor. And now number 12, Chris Sargent, into the match for Radnor.
Re-entering the game for the Raiders, number 12, Chris Sargent.
He's going to replace Jay On. Panitas. Square to Checchio, ahead to Shilcock Elliott, back to Panitas. Panitas is loose, and it's poked away just as he goes to unload. Sargent at the edge of the 18. Takes a look. Doesn't know what to do. Winds up giving the ball away under pressure. Ball ahead to Drucker. He's one-on-one against Matt Hitson. That's a tough matchup for Drucker there. Hitson, one of the most skillful players on the Radnor team. And now we see number 22, Ben Wasser.
Returns back into the game.
In for Lansdale Catholic. Kyle Welsh comes over to talk with head coach Gary Papalizio. Matt Hitson for the Raiders ahead to Shilcock Elliott. He pops it off the chest of Panitas. Panitas one times to Nogales. Nogales back into Panitas. Panitas tries to turn but ran into a wall there named Michael Drew. Checchio trying to get around Madden and the foul called. We'll see, maybe Matt Hitson will step up to take this one, I would suspect. And Radnor once again will probably try to get it in between the Lansdale Catholic defense and Chris Papalizio. They have not found that tight margin in there. Here it goes, right down the middle, and Chris Papalizio is just going to watch this one run on out. Papalizio gets this one to the midfield line. Headed forward by Madden. Drucker, a quick turning pop. Justin Matthew heads in and now Dambley. One times it on out. Chris Sargent touches it through the middle of the field. Flops it ahead, but Shilcock Elliott had gone out wide to the right. Ball played back to Papalizio. Tough one there, but Papalizio showed his skill level by handling that serve from Wonder. Ball scrumming around in midfield right now. Wasser loses it right at the midfield line. Radnor with the throw in. Bad throw in over there. Well, you know, you almost should never try to throw it to the guy standing right in front of you because it's almost impossible to do a legal throw in when they're that close. Ball rolled out to Chris Dambley. Tried to get it ahead to Nogales. Gormley had a little trouble with it initially, but got it inside to Drew. Drew working through the middle, touched it too far forward, and now just a little mishmash of soccer right now. This game has really kind of lost its rhythm a bit. Neither team able to hang on to the ball for more than a few touches at a time. Shilcock Elliott, a little slip header. Panitas is going to try to run under it. Poked away by Wonder. Wonder and Nogales. This one off the foot of Nogales. Throw in for Lansdale Catholic. Madden takes it off the chest. Panitas takes the trap from Madden. Probably obstruction there on Panitas was not called, but this one's going to get all the way into Papalizio, and the Crusaders retain possession. Little wind chatter in our microphone tonight. It is a bit breezy. Justin Matthew commits the foul on the far side against Wasser. Restart now for the Crusaders. Kevin Fee. Fee, a low line drive right on through everybody and on out. It's going to be a goal kick for Radnor.
Let's go, Fee!
Dambley gets it out over the midfield line. Shilcock Elliott up. But the Crusaders take the touch, and now here come the Crusaders with a chance perhaps, but there's Hitson to break it up in the middle of the Radnor defense. Nogales waited one bounce too many for Radnor, the young sophomore, at times indecisive, and it's cost him a couple of possessions. Panitas pokes it inside. Cecchio looking for Nogales, but defensively, Wonder has been real solid in the back for the Crusaders. A little 1-2 now. Sargent inside. Had a continued run from Cecchio, and Panitas tried to hop up and block that outlet by the Crusaders, but couldn't do it. Ball running out on the far sideline. Throw in for Radnor. Ball off the chest of Chris Sargent, right on out, and Lansdale gets the ball back. Justin, what do they call there? Wasser for the foul. Not sure what the call was. Veteran referee Tony DiMatteo in the middle of the field. Steaming up the middle, that's Michael Drew. Leave a set for the Raiders, tracks it down. John Hood in the middle of the field. Hood gets turned around, lays it out wide for Dambley. Dambley misfired on that one. Wanted to get it to Nogales. Ed Gormley with the throw. And again, Rodrigo Nogales, the man down the left side for Radnor, seems very, very reluctant to turn the ball inside. He always tries to work it out to the left and tends to run out of room on the sideline. Shilcock Elliott lays it back for Nogales. Nogales was not aware that number 5, Brian Edling, was on his back, but now the Crusaders play it ahead. Gallagher's out, plays it away, the ball's loose. Gallagher has left the net empty, but Radnor is going to defend. Gallagher hobbling on back.
2 minutes.
Sliding tackle. And Gallagher can hardly stand up right now. And he is going to go down behind the play. We're going to have to take a little break as Gallagher, as he came out to slide tackle that ball, probably cracked shins with the onrushing Crusader, and especially on a cold night like tonight, that smarts. Well, Tom Gallagher did come hobbling off, but a minute 43 left in his first half. Senior Dan Petrovito, the back, well, I don't want to call him the backup keeper. He saw a fair amount of action this season. Gallagher has gotten probably more of the games, but Petrovito certainly has experience in the net for the Raiders. Ball put in play down the far side, throw in, headed down by Radnor. Hood knocks it ahead. Madden right there for Lansdale Catholic. Ball popped inside. Drucker has 2 white shirts chasing him. Ball played back, and now here's Panos Panitas. Panitas in a foot race, cuts it back, touches it around Drucker, but now the green shirts retreating, and Radnor has a tougher job ahead of him. Ball floated into the box. Shilcock Elliott stepped back to try to take the trap, but the ball was played away from him. Matthew ahead. Right there, though, Gormley. Ball played out to the near side. Chris Dambley's just going to shield it on out. And let's see another player shaken up. It's Justin Matthew for Radnor, but I think he'll be able to play this one on out. Clock is still running. And now they've stopped it. Matthew is going to be able to stay in, it looks like. They're going to make Justin Matthew come off the field because they stopped the clock. So let's see who Radnor brings on. It looks like it's going to be number 6, Ben Rosenbluth. Radnor heavily senior laden, 15 seniors on this Radnor team. Ben Rosenbluth's another one. Ball into Panitas, touch back to Hood. Hood plays it in the middle. Checchio has some room, is going to bump this long. Shilcock Elliott hustling after it. Heavy collision, and a foul called against Shilcock Elliott as he slammed into number 7, Andrew Wonder. Clock still running, but referee Tony DiMatteo chatting with Shilcock Elliott. Ball put back in play. Sargent sends this long. This is just going to get into Popalizio, and the first half is going to expire. Well, District 1 Class AA boys still doesn't look like anybody has a solution. Nothing to nothing after 40 minutes of play. We hope you're enjoying this playoff match here on ESVN, Eastern Soccer Video Network. I'm Jeff Elliott. We're all going to take a break here at Unionville High School. We're going to be right back for second half action. Hope you'll be back to join us. Welcome back. We'll start that all over again. Get a little audio in here for you. These two teams have just tapped it off in the second half. Hope you were able to work off the chill a bit. It is breezy here tonight. One of these two teams will advance to the state round of the playoffs out of District 1, the only representative in Class AA. Chris Dambley surging ahead for the Radnor Raiders. Still has it down the left side. Wants to get it ahead to Rodrigo Nogales, but right there is Andrew Wonder. Wonder had a very solid first half defensively for the Crusaders. We'll see what adjustments these two teams have made. These one veteran coach, one young coach. Cecchio ahead to Sargent. Tried to get it back to Cecchio, but right there, Michael Drew. Drew squirted it through a couple of people, and then Hood tried to play it out to the corner, but it was picked off by Gormley on the far side. And now Bissett sidesteps one Crusader, and let's see, they called a foul as he went riding past. Don't know that I saw that one, but the referee, who's a lot closer to the action than I am, did. So Radnor will restart. Long ball forward, Shilcock Elliott coming to the near side. Kevin Fee right up behind him. Justin Matthew just watches this one drift out. Len Cecchio waits for the bouncing ball, plays it out wide to Chris Dambley. Back inside to Cecchio. Cecchio out wide and over the head of Rodrigo Nogales. Well, in the early going at least, it looks like one of the directives from the Radnor coaching staff was to move that ball a little bit side to side, try to open some cracks in the Lansdale Catholic defense. Cecchio pops it ahead. Panitas right there. Panitas turns. He's got some space. Floats it inside. Popalizio is going to get to it well before Shilcock Elliott. Well, Shilcock Elliott is not likely to beat all three defenders plus Chris Popalizio on the backside. Here's Michael Drew coming forward. Broken down by Bissett. Sargent gets in there for the Raiders. Just slides it out. Tries to turn it up the sidelines and puts it behind Rodrigo Nogales and out for a throw-in for Lansdale Catholic. Long ball inside. Bissett can't get to it. Yeah, yes he can. Tough to gauge the width of this field from our perspective here. Balls that appear to be out over there are not. Long throw in. Bissett heads it away, but it's going to be another throw in for the Crusaders. And we'll see how well the Raiders mark up on this throw in. Long one into the box, headed goalward and up high. Tom Gallagher, who left the field a minute and 40 seconds remaining in the first half, is back in the second half in net for the Radnor Raiders. Radnor has put all their starters back out on the field, and I think the Crusaders have done the same. Both coaches playing it pretty close to the vest. Ball forward, Sargent couldn't get to it. Panitas perhaps around the right side. Panitas turned it right into Wasser. I'm sorry, to Wonder. And Wonder turns it on out. Panitas in traffic, ball poked away, and now Drucker. Drucker has Castle up front with him. He gets it, tries to get it to him. Castle's there. One time back to Drucker, but Hitson was there for the Raiders. Nogales now looks for the forward run from Hood. It's deflected off a Crusader. Hood got there, and this one is out off Lansdale Catholic. Throw in for Radnor. Both teams trying to establish their game. They've spent 40 minutes doing it. I don't know that either team or either coach would tell you that they've got the game going the way they want it. Chris Stambley for Radnor deep. Throw in dropped into Sargent, went off his knee. John Hood threw a couple of green shirts, and then his progress was impeded, they say. Restart for Radnor. Hits and floats this diagonally and behind Shilcock Elliott. Up for the defensive header was number 11, Kyle Welsh. He missed it, and it went all the way on out. So it's a goal kick for Lansdale Catholic. Well, Lansdale Catholic demolished the number 1 seed Great Valley a couple of rounds ago to get here. Here's a diagonal ball. Justin Matthew has trouble with it, but Bissett floats it up into the air and gives the Radnor defense a chance to recover. Chris Sargent can't get to it. Michael Drew poking it loose. Justin Matthew trying to gain position. He's got position. And Drew running up his back. Radnor will restart from deep in their defensive right corner. Low line drive. Madden can't get it. Panitas nods it over top, but nobody running central for the Raiders right there. And Lansdale pounds it out in front of their own bench. Justin Matthew down the line looking for Sargent. Ball kept alive. Shilcock Elliott ducked under it, but Fee was right behind him. Bissett right in between two green shirts, and then he sends it on out. Throw in for Lansdale. Well, Sargent, ball kept alive by the Crusaders and then poked out. They say off Radnor. Bissett tried to get in front of Drucker, but ball comes deep. Wonder plays it out wide to the far side. Nogales got a touch on it. There's Drew, though. Dambley hustling back to cover him up. Drew on the far sideline. Dambley got a touch and pushed it on out. But another throw in deep in Radnor territory for the Crusaders. Ball comes across. Hood turns it outside. Here's Drucker. Grayson Drucker takes it down, earns some time for a crossing ball here. Ball headed goalward and high by Michael Drew. Chris Dambley, long, Shilcock Elliott got ahead on it. Panitas running under. There's Madden, though. Madden touches it on out. Ball back to Panitas. Matthew tried to get it back to Panitas with a 1-2, but Welsh was there. Ball down the line. Shilcock Elliott tried to scrape it inside. Panitas got a touch on it, but defensively, Kevin Fee right there for the Crusaders. Hood turns it out. And they say a foul committed by Lansdale.
Both ways, ref! Pull in!
Ball touched ahead. Hitson on the move. Crusaders were not paying attention. Hitson gets down into the box. He's deep. Sends it back. Shot by Panitas. A one-time redirection. Missed badly. Well, the Raiders caught Lansdale Catholic napping a bit there as Hitson got all the way down to the line from his defensive position. His service was well taken, but Panitas' redirection missed wide to the near side. Matthew back for the header. Madden knocks it out wide. Ball inside, picked up by Wood. Checchio looking for Hood. There's Castle for the Crusaders. Tallarico ahead to Wood. Wood working on Hitson. Can't get it around him. Hitson has it right at the corner flag, and Wood knocks it on out. Dambley with a line drive throw in. Wood got the first touch, but Hitson pounds it long. Shilcock Elliott's up there all by himself. Big collision in the middle of the field. Play on. John Hood tried to get through a couple of green shirts. Ball deflects out wide, and Shilcock Elliott's going to get a chance to pick it up. He's going to take it deep. Fee right there. Shilcock Elliott got a foot on it, and a corner kick for Radnor. Len Checchio for the Raiders. Got this one deep, headed back across. Shilcock Elliott knocked it down. Here's Hitson trying for a play, but steaming out of there is Woods. Checchio. A lot of green shirts to navigate. Not going to happen. Hitson has it now. Hitson goes from long. Knocked down by Fee. I'm sorry, by Castle, I guess it was. The Crusaders try to get it ahead quickly. Madden in the center of the field. A long ball out left. Drucker on the move. Drucker is going to track this down, I think. No. It's out. Goal kick for Radnor. Dambley ahead. Shilcock Elliott slips it through again. This time Chris Sargent has it, but again the Crusaders break it up. Through ball this time outside for Panitas. Panitas and Castle out there, I believe, or is it Fee? Ball into Panitas. Once again, Fee right there. Couple of big bodies going at it. Shilcock Elliott's going to be called for the foul there against Kyle Welsh.
Just been informed the snack bar has some warm cider, and it's really, really good. So stop on by.
Kevin Fee up the line.
Warm apple cider.
Kept alive by Welsh.
It's really good. And it's hot.
Justin Matthew, one times it ahead. Shilcock Elliott protects the ball, leaves for Sargent. Sargent cuts it inside. Don't know if he can keep after it. Sean Madden right there for the Crusaders. Good job by Madden. And now he's going to come up the field. Gets it out wide to Welsh. Bissett out to track him down, and Bissett just stone foots him, and then the ball drifts on out. Michael Drew back into the match, replacing Grayson Drucker. Yep. Kyle Welsh. No, I'm sorry. Gormley with the throw now. Ed Gormley. Ball headed goalward, but there's Tom Gallagher. Gallagher with the punt. Down to Shilcock Elliott. Took it off the chest. Panitas waits for it to come down. Leaves for Matthew. 2 shirts on Matthew. Ahead to Panitas. Panitas touches around a couple of defenders. He's loose in the middle of the field. Panitas looking for a runner. Tries to cut it back around. Madden cannot. And then Madden uses the referee as a screen there. Nice job by the midfielder. Castle and Hitson collide. Matthew gets up and at it. Madden has it in the middle of the field for Lansdale. The Crusaders drop it back. Fitzgerald. Matthew and Welsh. Matthew coming forward. Still Matthew ahead to Shilcock Elliott, and Shilcock Elliott overran the ball. Dambley one-times it in the middle of the field. Up for the header is Madden. Bissett, who's been the counterpart to Wonder in the central defense. Wonder for Lansdale Catholic. Bissett deep in the middle for Radnor. He and Hitson have kept the Crusaders pretty well at bay, but the Crusaders have done the same thing to the Radnor Raiders. There's Bissett again, and Bissett just touches ahead to Hood. Hood has all kinds of space in front of him. Tries a through ball, picked off by Fitzgerald. Here comes Papalizio. Papalizio covers it up. Long punt from Papalizio. Hitson did not get the header, but it pops out to Dambley. Dambley's going to bomb it long. Shilcock Elliott was offsides, but Panitas was not. Panitas is loose, and he is running up the back of the Lansdale Catholic defender. Andrew Wonder.
Come on, Grace, time to.
Papalizio right up the line. Sargent and Drew went for it. Bissett tracks back. Bissett comes up the line. Fitzgerald heads it back towards the Radnor end, but there's Len Cecchio for the Raiders. Inside to Sargent. Sargent wasn't ready for it. Lansdale Catholic slowly but surely starting to hold sway here in the second half. Nogales tried to get it down the line. Nogales had the ball a lot in the first half, has hardly touched it so far in the second half. Ball comes to the near side, and there's that side-to-side movement that Radnor was looking for. Ball knocked out by Welsh. Radnor is going to retain possession. Down into the corner, Welsh gets it and turns it up the field. Bissett got a foot on it. Matthew is there. Matthew inside. Panitas. Panitas on the move, inside to Shilcock Elliott, but a little too far for him. Cecchio has it now for Radnor. Sargent tried to one-time it back to him, but Hood floats it inside. Shilcock Elliott's there, but it was played away by Wonder. Nogales is going to try to left side. He's around the defense. Squirts it back inside. Papalizio before Shilcock Elliott can get there. Papalizio launches a long outlet, and it's 2-on-2 for the Crusaders if they hurry, but Matt Hitson right there. Well, Chris Dambley plays it out wide. Justin Matthew. Matthew goes inside. Shilcock Elliott, can he get to it? He's down deep, he curls it back. Papalizio pops it up. Here's the header, it's down. Papalizio, no problem. Well, Nogales did the right thing on the far side. He tried to head it down because the goalkeeper's not usually expecting it down there, but he didn't get as much on it as he wanted to. The initial shot from Shilcock Elliott was a rocket, but Papalizio parried it away. The Crusaders working the near sideline. It gets deep and Hitson goes long. Fee heads it back to Papalizio. Long outlet. Drew working on Checchio. Drew has it deep. Drew crosses the ball. It's behind the frame. Now some substitutions for Radnor.
Substitutions into the game for Lansdale Catholic. Number 14, Grayson Drucker. And number 22, Ben Wasser comes in.
Wasser and Drucker into the match for the Crusaders. Number 25, Jay On, replaces Keith Shilcock-Elliott. We are approaching the 1 hour mark in this one, and it remains the way it started, scoreless after 60 minutes. Here's Drucker at the far sideline, goes across the goal. Matthew with a header, ball's down. It's loose, Matthew has it. Matthew touches around one Crusader and gives it up to Drew. Ball back to Wood now, and let's see what we have. An offside call. We have an offside call. After Matthew brought it out and the Crusaders knocked it back in, they went behind the Radnor defense offside. Chris Stambley breaks up the charge by the Crusaders. It's going to drift on out right in front of the Lansdale Catholic bench, though. Ball thrown into Fitzgerald. He brings it back to Welsh. Welsh on the left sideline. Panitas there, quickly turned inside. Hood has it. Had it poked away, and a foul committed. Hood was toppled from behind. Chris Stambley down the left side. Rodrigo Nogales. Nogales back inside. Checchio. Dambley. Ahead to Sargent. There's Wonder. Checchio pulls it back. Nogales works deep. Nogales is loose and puts it over the line. It's a goal kick for Lansdale Catholic.
Okay, on my way home? Okay, I'll go first. You be home by then?
Papalizio, a low liner, comes to Hood in the center circle for Radnor. Hood flops it out wide to the right, looking for Sargent. Sargent working on Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald just turns it out. Ball pops central. That's right where Andrew Wonder sets up shop. That has not been effective for the Raiders tonight. Checchio squirts it through a little lane there. Gets it back. Needs some help. Pulls it back, and now he's going to go deep to Hitson. Hitson takes it to the other side. Dambley under pressure. Sends it ahead to On. On has to drop it back for Hitson. He quickly one-times it away. Madden with the header. But now Hood. Hood has it taken away. Drew with a chance, perhaps has Keith Wood outside. Fitzgerald bumps it aside. Number 4, Zach Lieb into the match for Radnor.
Into the game for Radnor.
Justin Matthew comes to the bench. Lieb will play in the middle of the field. Lieb is a junior. Ball down in front of John Hood. He's into the edge of the box, but it's played on out. A corner kick now for Radnor. Radnor will substitute Keith Shilcock-Elliott. And Jay On, I believe. No, Rodrigo Nogales is going to come off. Nogales has not been much of a factor in the second half for Radnor. Len Checchio now at the corner flag for the Raiders. An outswinger. Hitson got a touch on it. Hitson's going to try to stay after it right there with him. Keith Wood. Wood pokes it away. On touches it inside Bissett. Back to On. On ahead, Lieb. Hitson. Hitson down the right side. Hitson still with control. Poked away by Welsh. Sargent drops it into Cecchio. Back to Sargent. Sargent one times it inside. There's Michael Drew. Drew coming forward, still has it. Goes out wide to Wasser. Wasser tried to get it ahead for Drucker, but it gets all the way in for Tom Gallagher. Gallagher's punt comes deep. Shilcock Elliott couldn't get it. Fitzgerald did. Ball hops over Drew. Shilcock Elliott pokes it through a couple of defenders, but here comes Wonder. Out of the middle, Shilcock Elliott, a little slide poke, kept it alive. But they get it out to Welsh. Fitzgerald now pops it up. Spinning ball right at the sideline and off. Radnor wanted that one called off Keith Wood, but it was not given. Throw in for the Crusaders, number 8, Ian Castle into the match.
Ian Castle returns for Lansdale Catholic.
He replaces Michael Drew. Here's Panitas in the middle of the field. Panitas is going to launch it out wide to the right. Shilcock Elliott on the move. Wonder on him, and he is knocked down. No call. Throw in Lansdale Catholic. Radnor drops it in. Panitas. Panitas in traffic, poked away. Here's Lieb. Lieb is going to try to get through. There's a shot, deflected aside, and Papalizio is going to get it before it runs out for a corner. Well, Lieb had a pretty good look there, but Papalizio gets a long outlet to the near side. I think Keith Wood is not going to be able to catch up to it. He can't. Justin Matthew, Rodrigo Nogales back into the match.
Justin Matthew and number 22, Rodrigo Nogales.
Zach Lieb and Jay On come to the sidelines for the Raiders. Ball touched in front of Drucker. He and Bissett collide. Drucker pops up with the ball, but a couple of white shirts slides it through for Wood. Wood surrounded by 3 white shirts, and Matt Hitson comes out with it. Hitson ahead for Shilcock Elliott. He chests it back. Sargent can't hang on. We see number 5, Brian Edling, entering the match for the Crusaders.
Number 5, Brian Edling into the game for Lansdale Catholic.
Hitson just bombs it ahead. Radnor did not have anybody forward. The Crusaders drop it back. Wonder is going to have to hustle to get it around Nogales. Nogales touched it on out. It's going to be a throw in for Lansdale. Hitson tracking back, gave the ball away. Lansdale has numbers in the box, but they have trouble controlling it. Still the ball in play though. Now Drucker outside, working on Hitson, and a foul committed by Panitas. Radnor with 4 men out on the wall, probably not a good idea at this point. Don't need that many guys out there. Tough angle. A lot of empty space in the middle of the box if the Crusaders can get to this one. Low ball played in. There it is. Gallagher covers it up. Kevin Fee on top of that one, but Gallagher had it lined up. Gallagher's punt squibs out to the near side. It's going to be a throw in for Lansdale Catholic. Surgeon kept it alive, scraped it inside for Hood. Hood's going to go long across for Nogales. Nogales had trouble on the initial touch, but now he's got it under control. Nogales coming forward. Ahead to Shilcock Elliott. He slots it through. On the move behind the defense was Len Checchio, but quickly the Crusaders collapse on him and get it up the line. Ball inside once again to Shilcock Elliott. He touches it inside. Shilcock Elliott goes low and a bouncer. Whoa! Popolizio had it covered, but it took a kind of a crazy bounce on the last one before it got to him. Now both of these teams played their semifinal match on the turf, the old AstroTurf up at Wissahickon, which that played pretty much like an indoor game up there. They're back on grass tonight, and at times both teams have had trouble handling the bouncing ball. Ball ahead to Panitas. Panitas gets it inside looking for Shilcock Elliott, but the Crusaders well aware of his potential, and they have kept people back. Surgeon up the line. Fitzgerald there for the header. Drucker. Checchio just holds his ground, and then Madden falls on top of Panitas. No calls at the moment. Wasser into the box, just over the bar. What a rip. What a rip by Ben Wasser. That was close. Dambley. Wasser got the head on it. Hitson bombs it on out. Matthew, the last guy back. There was a handball in the box there, but I'll tell you what, Radnor got away with one on that one. Sargent tracks the ball down, has Panitas inside. Sargent dribbles it right into Mark Fitzgerald. Here's Wood in the middle of the field. Lansdale has some energy right now. And a foul called. This one's going in favor of Lansdale Catholic.
Got them all, 10. All the way back, all the way back.
Here's the restart by the Crusaders. There's a shot, it gets on through, Gallagher blocks it, and Matthew plays it on out. Substitution now for the Crusaders.
Number 17, Michael Drew.
Michael Drew back into the match.
Crusaders.
Well, over the last 7-8 minutes, it's been all Lansdale Catholic. Here's a ball into the box, it's down loose. Gallagher plays it away. Wow, that was close. Here's Drucker. Drucker hits it wide. That was a deflection, though. Corner kick for Lansdale Catholic. Drew pops it straight up in the air. This one's going to drift on over the frame. Chris Damley at the goal. Kick for Radnor. The Raiders, at least momentarily, have weathered the storm. But here come the Crusaders once again. This one gets deep. Matt Hitson circles around behind it. Cuts it back inside. Look out. There's Chris Damley. Sargent can't get after that one, nor can Drucker, but it's a throw-in for Lansdale Catholic. Long throw into the box. Madden heads it straight up. Bissett heads it out. Panitas bombs it out. Shilcock Elliott 1-on-3. He's not going to get past Wonder. Wonder sends this long into the box. Tom Gallagher backs up and takes it on the first hop. Inside 5 minutes left, and this one still will remain scoreless. Fitzgerald sends it down. Drucker, Bissett had it. Didn't see it, but Bissett found it. And then a foul committed by Michael Drew.
Terrible. You gotta play with a bad ref, you do.
Chris Damley on the restart. Floats it out wide. Hood was loose, but Fee was there. Michael Drew. Handball called there. Matt Hitson with the restart for Radnor. Chris Damley coming out wide with the overlapping run. They're going to play it to Damley, but Castle sniffed it out. He did knock it out of bounds, though. So Radnor, at least retains possession briefly with a throw-in. Hitson cuts it back. Hitson's going to try it himself. He gets around Edling. Hitson is loose. Across the box, down low, and it squirts on through. It was deflected on the initial service. But Hitson has gotten loose twice down the back. And he's been dangerous both times. Ball down the line for Nogales. Nogales working on Wonder. Panitas in traffic. Shilcock Elliott with a shot. Go! No, that was side panel. Side panel. And hit the side panel. Well, once this ball's put back in play, they cannot recall it. We're going to have a discussion here. I got to tell you, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know if Papalizio deflected it into the inside of the side panel or whether Shilcock Elliott hit the outside. I could not tell from this perspective. I think what Radnor's arguing for was a corner kick. Radnor was arguing for a corner kick, saying that it hit Papalizio, but oh well.
That's it. Keep it up, guys. Keep it up.
Long forward, Cecchio up for the header. It's out on the far side. Lansdale Catholic with the throw. And now we see number 21, Keith Wood.
2 minutes to play in the game.
Keith Wood replacing Ian Castle.
21, Keith Wood enters the game for Lansdale.
Hitson got the foot on it. It's going to be a throw in for Lansdale. Madden touches it inside. A lot of green shirts there. Edling got a touch on it, and we have a foul called. That wouldn't have counted. Well, this is looking more and more like overtime. Inside 90 seconds in this one. Radnor will try to get it down the field one more time. Cecchio slipped it outside. There's Edling. He can't hang on. Fitzgerald pops it straight up, and it's out. Quickly, Radnor tried to throw it in for Panitas, but hold on. Radnor's going to rethrow. They're going to reposition it. Inside a minute now. Fee with the header. Wood picks it up. One times it forward. Drucker working on Hitson. Hitson's going to send this one out just to be safe.
Come on, coach, let's go!
And substitution now.
Come on!
Kyle Welsh into the match. Bissett knocks it out. Panitas can't get to it. Czechia does. It comes out at the Lansdale bench. Long throw in once again. Knocked down. Broken up. And if Radnor can get this away safely, that'll probably do it. Hitson bombs it out, and time is going to run out. And this one, we're going to go to overtime.
Hold on, go, right LC!
There's the buzzer. Well,
That's the end of the second half of play. We'll get ready here for overtime in just a few moments.
I got to tell you, each team had one really good opportunity. Ben Wasser hit a rocket for the Lansdale Catholic, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes left in this half. And then Keith Shilcock-Elliott hit a rocket of his own with about 2.5 minutes left. But it hit the side panel.
Now to go get some hot food and hot drink over there at the snack bar.
This will be gold and goal. There will be at least two, I believe, 2 10-minute overtimes. Don't know what happens after that. Maybe we'll get a call from our stadium announcer. Hope you're enjoying this Class AA District 1 final between Lansdale Catholic and Radnor. I'm Jeff Elliott. Stick around. We'll be right back for overtime. Your score through 80 minutes of regulation: Radnor nothing, Lansdale Catholic nothing. Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Overtime. Radnor and Lansdale Catholic. Now, I don't know what the rules are here. I don't know if it's golden goal. I don't know if we're going to play 2 10-minute overtimes no matter what. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Well, we may never know. These two teams don't seem to have the knack for scoring tonight, but that's because of some really good defense. Len Checchio trying to work forward. There was Welsh to break it up. Welsh plays it into space. Sean Madden with a chance. Nudges it ahead for Drucker. There's Hitson to break it up. Madden on the move, and now Talarico, number 4, tried to get out. Remember, it's Lansdale through the, I would say, the last 15 minutes. Lansdale really had it going and had a lot of pressure in the Radnor end. They just couldn't quite get it done. Fee had a good shot off of a restart, and Wasser had a rocket. Here's Nogales coming forward, down the line. Panitas on the move. Panitas working on Wonder. Wonder plays it out. It's going to be a corner kick for the Raiders. Len Checchio has the arm up. Here come the runs. The ball's down low. Shilcock was there, but somebody played it away. I don't know whether it was Papalizio or one of the defenders, but they got it well out. Now the ball sent back in. Hitson is there. Got the head on it. Slips on out over the line. Hitson had inside position on Welsh, but did not redirect that one on goal. Papalizio. Long over the midfield line. Drew got the header on it. Bissett was there. Well, I'll tell you, if you're looking for 2 stars in this game, you don't have to look any further than the central defense for both teams. Wasser and Fee, I'm sorry, not Wasser, Wonder and Fee in the backside for Lansdale Catholic. Bissett and Hitson for Radnor. Ball down the line. Fee quickly plays it away from the trailing pressure of Shilcock-Elliott. Checchio nods it down. Nogales for Radnor. Surgeon on the move at the far side. Surgeon's not going to catch up to it, and it's going to be a throw-in, however, for the Radnor Raiders. Nip and tuck, toe-to-toe all night long between these two teams. Both had their moments. Ball played out to Welsh on the near side. He tries to get around Matthew.
Hey, you got to call obstruction, ref!
Ball actually just winds up being out on Lansdale Catholic. Throw in for Radnor. Matthew down the line. Shilcock Elliott tried to keep it alive, could not. And Keith Wood into the match for Lansdale.
Knock him down next time, Kyle.
Replacing Tallarico. Long throw in down the line. Bissett got a foot on it. He's been all over. It's been draped on Drucker all night long. Matthew kept it alive. That ball was never all the way out. Surgeon takes out Welsh. Restart for Lansdale Catholic. Fee with a long service down on in, pop straight up. Here's Gallagher out. Gallagher has it. Gallagher pulled that down in a crowd. Shilcock Elliott touched it back. Checchio on the move. Checchio has some space on the right side. He had Sargent running for him. Nobody on the inside, so Checchio is going to have to do it himself. Wonder is there, and now Checchio circles around. He lays it back this time for Matthew. Matthew one times it goalward. Panitas, but the Central Lansdale defense just stays its ground and covers up the passing lanes. Ball down the flank. Hitson on the move, as is Castle. Hitson just bumps it on out.
On!
Drucker had it taken away by Sargent, but then Sargent, in his haste to get it up the field, turned it on out. Ball was not out that far up the field, says the referee. You're going to have to come on back. He says all the way back to the midfield line. Now we got it. Fitzgerald will throw it in. Down to Welsh. Welsh slipped it inside for Castle. Castle got turned around on Bissett. Ball touched inside. There's a shot high. Michael Drew. .4:10 left in this first 10-minute overtime period. Chris Dambley for the Raiders. Shilcock Elliott overran it. There for the header was Welsh. Matthew up the line and out. Ball deflects backwards. Matthew tracks it down and then loses it out. Ball quickly thrown in. Madden gets around Hood. And Hood takes him down. Play on. Wow. Wow. Sargent. Slick little move there, but there's Michael Drew to pick it on up. Drew tried to get it ahead to Drucker, but Checchio has it. Checchio inside to Panitas. Madden breaks it up. And a foul called there. Restart for Lansdale. Kevin Fee. Fee sends this central. Drucker hustling back for it. Got a touch on it. There's Drew. Bissett came forward and challenged. This one is going to run on out. Goal kick for Radnor. Ben Wasser now in, replacing Ian Castle. Dambly to the midfield line. Hood a little slow getting up for that one. Nodded forward. Panitas has it by himself. Hood running through the middle. Ball played out to him. Good defense though by the Crusaders. Fitzgerald right with Hood. Hood turns it inside. There was Welsh, but Welsh pokes it out over the sidelines. Throw in for Radnor. Panitas cuts it back. Panitas tried to play it inside, headed away by Drew. Here's Checchio, tried to slide it through, and now here comes the breakout by the Crusaders. They send it long. It's Hitson and Drucker. Hitson again just playing it on out. Throw in by Ed Gormley. Gormley does get a pretty good amount of air under his throw-ins. This one a line drive. Skids on through. This one is off. Michael Drew, goal kick for Radnor as we approach 1 minute remaining in this first 10-minute overtime.
1 minute. 1 minute to go in the period.
Dambly ahead. Drew up for the header, comes to Matthew for Radnor. Ahead to Sargent. Sargent knocked it down, but ran into Drew. Sargent stayed after it, got a favorable deflection, nods it outside to Shilcock Elliott. He's going to try to get loose for a shot, but Wonder is not going to let that happen. Matthew pops it up. Shilcock Elliott once again to himself. He's behind Fitzgerald this time, floats it back deep, and sliding to hold his run was John Hood. Hood was loose up the middle. The Raiders were close to pulling the trigger on that one. That's about going to do it for this first overtime period. There was the buzzer as that shot went whistling wide from Len Checchio.
For the first overtime period, we'll be ready in a few minutes for period number 2.
Stick around, folks. We got a little bit more soccer coming at you on ESVN, the Eastern Soccer Video Network. We'll be right back. All right, here we go. Lansdale Catholic with the tap. Golden goal, as I said, I think. But the Crusaders in a hurry to get up the field. Drew pops it out wide. Wasser gets it back. Gets around Hood. Ball played ahead to Keith Wood. There's Dambly nudging it outside. Nogales. Nogales ahead. Shilcock Elliott lost his footing initially, poked out by Fee. The throw-in dropped into Panitas. Panitas obstructed by Madden. Well, look for either Keith Dambly or Keith Shilcock Elliott to take this one. This perhaps an opportunity for the Raiders. It's going to be Dambly. Dambly rips it just past the far post. Wow. Papalizio with the goal kick. Hood couldn't get to it. Drew up over top of Checchio. The Crusaders try to get it forward. Dambly bombs it long. Shilcock Elliott waits for it on one bounce. Heads it out wide for Nogales. Nogales pulls it back. Takes it inside. Nogales runs into, you guessed it, Hitson up high over Drucker. Now Hood trying to work around this side. Hood and Wood. And Hood called for the foul. Kevin Fee. Low line drive into the box. This one has a chance, but Radnor pokes it on out. Kept alive by Nogales. Dambly gets a deflection and a throw in for the Radnor Raiders. Hood. Gormley. And Radnor with the restart. Inside to Checchio. Checchio right up the middle. And Gormley, a little bicycle defensive floater. And here's Drew with some space. Drew on the move. Working on Hitson. Drew cuts it inside. Look at Chris Dambly hustling back. And then Lee Bissett just plays it out wide. Nogales loses his footing. Gormley plays it inside. The only player there, Radnor's John Hood. Hood ahead to Shilcock Elliott. Pops up for Panitas. Panitas is on his own right now. He's got the run from Sargent. He puts it behind Sargent. Sargent's going to have to track it down at the far side. He does. Pulls it back. He's got loose. He goes across the face. Nobody there. Nogales plays it ahead, looking for Shilcock Elliott, but the Crusaders get it on out. Hood knocks it down for Dambly. Dambly coming forward. He might try to pull the trigger. Instead, he floats it into no man's land. Chris Papalizio scoops it on up. Long line drive by Papalizio. Bissett commits the foul.
We don't like you, Radnor!
Restart for the Crusaders. Kevin Fee, low line drive. This one wide of the net. Not a bad take there by Kevin Fee, but Gallagher had it eyed up. Dambly, a low line drive. Wasser got the first touch on it. I think it's going to run out of the. No, Wasser kept it alive on the far sideline. Still alive. Matthew knocked it off Wasser. Now he knocks it inside. Dambly is going to play it up the field for the Raiders. Bissett stubs it inside. Hood. Past Madden. Shilcock Elliott off the shoulder. Shilcock Elliott on the move. Puts it right into the feet of Mark Fitzgerald.
Come on, Grayson! Come on, Grayson!
Hitson takes it off the thigh and runs it out. And the throw-in will be from Ed Gormley. Ball launched goalward. A good header there by Keith Wood, but not enough on that one to give Gallagher too much trouble. His outlet picked up by Welsh. Sargent got in to get ahead on it, but the Crusaders send it back up the pitch. Wasser inside. Misfire by Hitson, but Gallagher's going to get it. Gallagher's punt high to the far side. Sargent waits for it. Up behind him is Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald just lost his balance after he headed it. And a throw in for Radnor. Checchio. Drew was right there. Michael Drew has had himself an outstanding game tonight in midfield. The Raiders bring the ball to the near side. Here's Dambly steaming up out of the back. And Keith Wood, a nice read defensively. Throw in for Radnor. Ball dropped in deep to Len Checchio. He has to wait for it. Gets around one. Ball deflected in towards Papalizio, no problem. Papalizio bombs it long, looking for Drucker. This one gets deep. Matthew heads it back, and Gallagher can handle. Ball played out wide to Justin Matthew. Down the line, looking for Shilcock Elliott. Shilcock Elliott working on Fee, takes it down deep. Shilcock Elliott, and it's deflected out. Corner kick if it goes out. No, it's going to be a throw-in, I think. I could have sworn that deflected off a Lansdale Catholic foot, but it did not apparently. It's going to be a goal kick for the Crusaders. Papalizio to the center circle. Checchio got a foot on it. Nogales. Nogales inside. Pulls it back outside. Panitas. Panitas knocked over. Dambly quickly ahead. Shilcock Elliott, but there is Wonder. Hits in, knocks it out for Radnor. Gormley down the line. Deflected off Radnor. Throw in once again.
Good time. Good time.
1 minute.
Gormley with the long throw in into the box. Comes out, Panitas. Cuts it inside, but Panitas then trips up Welsh. Fee with the restart. Low line drive. Headed away by Sargent. Ball floated into the box. Here's Gallagher. And they're going to call a foul before that one goes into net. Nope. That one is not going to count. The clock is going to continue to run, and now we're going to stop it with 8 seconds left, but I think when we restart it's going to be a foul called against Lansdale Catholic. Yep. And Radnor will restart it from there. Well, I don't know if we could have been in the midst of 2 10-minute play them both, and then we could have go to 2-5 golden goal and then shoot out. We'll have to wait and see. It's been done before. Well, that was Michael Drew, the fallen Crusader, but he is back up and navigating on his own power, and I'm guessing he'll be back in. There's 8 seconds left in this second 10-minute overtime, and during our little break while Drew was being tended to, we were updated on the fact that our first 20 minutes of overtime were play the entire 20 minutes. So had a team scored, it would not have ended. 8 seconds left here. Clock back and rolling, and that's going to do it for this first 20 minutes of play it all the way through. Now we're going to go to 2 5-minute overtime periods, and it is, in fact, golden goal during this next 10 minutes, 5 minutes each direction. If we don't have a resolution there, we're going to have to go to the spot and take them from 12 yards. Well, we're going to wrap it up here for our regulation and first overtime period. We're going to be right back for the remainder of this match. Stick around. Radnor Raiders with the tap in the first 5-minute sudden death overtime. Shilcock Elliott knocks it down deep. They wanted to get Hitson on the move, but the Crusaders play it long. Lee Bissett one-times it forward. Len Checchio, another one-touch. Panitas now lays it for Matthew, missed him. Welsh, and let's see, it runs on out. Throw in for Lansdale Catholic. Welsh floats it inside, looking for Drew, but Dambley comes forward, got enough of a touch on it to disrupt the flow. Nogales tracks it down for the Raiders. Nogales on the far sideline, cuts it back inside, but Drew stays right with it. Now Drucker had it knocked away. Dambley pokes it out. It's going to be a throw in for Lansdale Catholic. Long throw in, looking for Drew. Ball's down loose. Bissett's on it, plays it out. Panitas now with some room up front. Ahead to Shilcock Elliott quickly. Panitas. Head coach Kyle Shilcock Elliott totally upset with Panitas for not dribbling it. Here's a through ball. Shilcock Elliott's in loose. And they caught him off sides. I don't think so. I don't think so. But it was called. Oh boy. I think Papalizio would have gotten to that one, but boy, was that close. Papalizio, long, Matthew tried for the header. This one gets in on Gallagher. Gallagher outlets to the middle. Checchio. Gormley coming forward. Dambley tried to help out. Now Drucker. Drucker turns it inside. There's Michael Drew. Bissett turns it up the field. Checking back is Panitas. He pops it out wide. Hitson has moved forward. Hitson has come out of the back for Radnor a little bit. Matthew, a nice little pop over header there, but ball off Matthew, quickly played in. Castle. Bissett, a nice slide tackle there, and then Bissett turns it up the field. Panitas leaves it for Hitson. Hitson on Fitzgerald, but Madden was dropping in support of defense there, so Hitson takes it across the field. Has Nogales out wide. Nogales defended by Gormley, working on Gormley. Nogales gets around him momentarily. Ball sent across. Papalizio right there. The long outlet from Papalizio. Bissett up for the header. Zach Lieb into the match for Radnor. Pops it into empty space. There's Andrew Wonder. Madden there for Lansdale Catholic, headed near side. Hitson quickly turns it outside. Oops. Oh boy. Fitzgerald took that one. And he hops up. He might not have taken that where we thought he did. Matthew up the line, knocked aside. Quickly down the line for Hitson. Hitson had the ball poked away. Turns inside. There's Lieb. Lieb leaves it for Matthew, but close quarters here. Matthew's going to have to pull it around, and Len loses his footing. And a substitution for Lansdale Catholic, Ben Wasser.
1 minute to play in the overtime.
First 5-minute overtime has 60 seconds left. Welsh turns it up the line. Drucker, but Bissett thought he had a deflection. Gormley will hustle over for the throw. Or no, is it a foul? Okay. Fitzgerald curls this one in high. Dambly has it down loose. There's a poke towards goal, but not much on it. And Gallagher sends this one the other way. Hits in with a little slip header, but it's on the other side of Shilcock Elliott. Wonder will play it on out. Shilcock Elliott has it. 5 seconds, nothing doing. Cecchio is going to hit from distance. Papalizio parries it away, and the horn sounds. 5 more minutes of sudden death overtime. The teams are just going to switch ends and keep going. Well, it doesn't get any closer than this. Lansdale Catholic will tap it off.
Let's go, LC!
Castle plays it out wide. Welsh under some pressure. Hitson will step forward on Fitzgerald. Ball down the line, and a foul called over there, I think. Radnor with the restart. Long ball ahead. Hitson was offside, and that's a shame because he might have been able to outrun the Lansdale Catholic defense, but here's Wonder. Wonder plays it long for Drucker. Bissett knocks it aside. Lieb had a touch on it. Now Drucker. There's Cecchio. Cecchio tries to squirt it through. Ball played away by the Crusader defense. Here's Dambly hustling forward. Dambly touched it, but then didn't quite have control. Lieb did. Cecchio plays it aside. Touch forward. Shilcock Elliott tries to get back. He got control, leaves it for Cecchio. Gormley Dambly cuts it out. And then he lost control, and Drucker lost his footing. We've seen a number of players lose their footing right here down below us. That's where the football sidelines are. It's not much grass coverage there. Panitas. Lieb to Cecchio. Out wide. Hitson tracking back. Hitson has had a couple of dangerous runs out of the back, but he's playing up top now. He just touches it inside, but Shilcock Elliott was drifting forward. Cecchio to Hitson. Hitson's going to launch just wide. The quick turning shot from Matt Hitson trying to catch Papalizio off his guard, and Hitson was not far off the mark. Papalizio to the middle of the field. Little slip header goes forward, but there's John Hood in the backside. Shilcock Elliott tracking back, lays it ahead. Gormley got the touch on it, played it inside. Madden and Lieb going at it. Madden turning on Lieb. Lieb lost his footing and took down Madden. Restart for Lansdale Catholic.
What do you need from there, Kevin?
Kevin Fee right up the middle. Justin Matthew with a defensive header. Comes out to Castle. Castle is going to send it goalward. A high hopper one time for Tom Gallagher, no problem. Panitas could not get the head on it. Gormley touched it. Nogales sent it inside. There's Fee. He pops it up high. Dambly's going to watch this one drift on out. Throw in for the Radnor Raiders. Nogales at the sidelines, poked out by Edling. I'm sorry, Tallarico, number 4. Tallarico, my bad. Dambley inside, launches it right up the middle. There's Wonder. Here's Panitas. Wonder stays with it. Dambley. Wonder gets it back. Dambley and Wonder, and there's Checchio. Checchio turns it, gets it out wide, and now Hitson on the right side. Hitson working on Fitzgerald. He's got the speed. Hitson gets down deep. Played on out. It's going to be a corner kick for Radnor. 1 minute and 20 seconds and counting. Len Checchio waiting for his troops to get up there. Here's the ball inside. Up high for the header. It's down low. Played out. Here's a shot deflected away. It's a corner kick. Chris Dambley gets this one up in the air. It's down low, gets all the way through. Lieb is going to track it down for the Raiders. Lieb has it deep. Turns. Played out with a header, and now up top it's Wasser, but Hood is there defensively. Sean Madden long ahead. Hood with the header. Matthew turns it around. Matthew goes long up the middle. Ahead to Hitson. Hitson, one chance perhaps if he can get loose. It's knocked out. That's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go to the penalty spot. Player down way behind the play is Brian. I'm sorry, not Brian Madden. That's his older brother, Sean Madden. 0.8 of a second. Nothing's going to happen here. Madden is going to have to come off because they blew the whistle to stop play, but Radnor will hit this ball on a restart, and that'll be about it. Ball thrown in, there's the horn, and these two teams were unable to solve this one through the run of play, so we're going to do it from stationary balls 12 yards out. Mano a mano. Well, it's a crapshoot here, ladies and gentlemen. There's just no other way to put it. These two teams are going to take a few moments to huddle with their coaches. The coaches are going to have to select their shooters.
Well, that's the end of the overtime.
We pretty much know who the goalkeepers are going to be, and stick around. We've got some exciting penalty kick shootout action coming your way. It's going to decide who goes on to the state round out of District 1. I'm Jeff Elliott with a play-by-play. Thanks for hanging in there with us. It's getting late. It's getting colder by the minute, but we still have just a bit more soccer left. We'll be right back. Here we go. This is for all the marbles, as they say. Lansdale Catholic will shoot first. And it's going to be Andrew Wonder against Tom Gallagher. Best of 5 in the shootout. We'll keep you posted on things as it moves along. And there we go. The goalkeeper can move along the line. That's a change from days past. Ball back, far left. Wonder is good. Lansdale Catholic hits their first shot. Well, they say all the pressure's on the shooter. Goalkeeper not expected to make the saves, but There's some pressure on the goalkeeper too. Matt Hitson for the Radnor Raiders. Chris Popalizio facing his first shot here. And you see Popalizio, he's moving. Gallagher was stationary. Hitson steps up and goes high to the right. Hits the post! Matt Hitson hit the right post. Popalizio guessed wrong, but Hitson hit the post. Lansdale Catholic has a 1-goal lead after 1 round. Grayson Drucker steps up. Drucker steps up and he misses wide to the right. Well, if Shilcock Elliott can hit this one, he's the second shooter for Radnor. We would be level after 2 rounds. I have no idea which way these shooters are going to go. There are no shootouts during the regular season, perhaps in conference playoffs, but Radnor wasn't involved in a conference playoff. Lansdale Catholic might have been, but here we go. Shilcock Elliott steps up, he goes low to the right, and we are level after 2 rounds. It's going to be Sean Madden, the third shooter for Lansdale Catholic. Remember, they are shooting first in each round. 1-1 after 2, each team with a miss. Hitson hit the post. Grayson Drucker just missed the whole frame wide to the right. Here comes Madden. He goes up high over the bar. Sean Madden. A second miss for Lansdale Catholic. Well, we said there's pressure on goalies. There's pressure on the shooters too, you bet. And we've seen it. Madden, of course, can't believe it. But hey, the great Roberto Baggio did it in the '94 World Cup for Italy. Sean Madden can be forgiven. Chris Dambley, the third shooter for Radnor. Well, everybody taking their time here. The cold weather numb everybody, I suppose. Dambley sets it up on the 12. And here's the whistle. Dambley steps up, goes low. Behind Popalizio, Radnor has a 2-1 advantage after 3 rounds. Kevin Fee up for Lansdale Catholic. Fee hits it, saved! Saved by Gallagher! Lansdale Catholic has hit just 1 of 4 shots, and here's the deal. If John Hood hits this one, it's over. Radnor has 2 goals in. Lansdale only has 1 shooter left. They have 1 goal, so if John Hood hits this one, Radnor will be declared the District 1 champion. Class AA. Well, talk about pressure. Number 20's got to be feeling it right now for Radnor. Chris Popalizio as well for Lansdale Catholic. It's a horrible way to win. It's a horrible way to lose, but we got to try to finish this before midnight. So here we go.
Which day?
Junior John Hood against senior Chris Popolizio. Here it comes. Hood hits it! Radnor is your District 1 Class AA champion! It didn't come easy by any stretch of the imagination. There were no goals through 110 minutes of regulation play.
Gentlemen, we are going to have an award ceremony in just a few moments, so everyone will get organized here. We'll be with the awards in just a moment or two.
The Radnor Raiders, for the second time, meeting Lansdale in the last 4 years, meeting Lansdale Catholic in the district final, and both times the Raiders have come out on top. 4 years ago, it was a 1-0 win over an unbeaten, untied Lansdale Catholic team. Tonight, two teams without particularly stellar records, but they played it about as close as you can play it for 110 minutes, and then it was Radnor 3-1 in the penalty kick shootout. We never had to go to the 5th round because Lansdale Catholic was out by that point. Well, these two teams are going to get together and shake hands, and what a tough way to end the season. And while they do so, we have to ask everybody to join us in congratulating the seniors from Lansdale Catholic. Tonight was the last match of their careers. A heck of a season for the Crusaders, without question, all the way to the district final. But for Radnor, they live to play another night. They will play next Tuesday against the number 3 seed out of District 3. We do not know where that will be. Just a great defensive game tonight. I mean, neither team really had a lot of good shots on goal. I would say
to line up at their benches. We'll be ready to start the ceremony here in a few moments.
Each team about 3 good shots on net, maybe 4, and that was that. It's about as close as two teams can be, and we're going to have the District 1 trophy presentation and ceremony, medals handed out to both teams, of course. And
handling the ceremony tonight for
we'll stay with it for you.
District 1 is Unionville Athletic Director, Mr. Dennis White.
Well, Chris Popolizio and his father, Gary, hugging in the center circle. For Chris Popolizio, it was the last game of his career, and Popolizio could not be faulted during the penalty kick shootout. I mean, that's just goalies aren't expected. The goalies are not expected to make the saves. Tom Gallagher did make one, and it turned out to be huge. I must tell you that the year that Radnor went on to play Lansdale Catholic in the district final 4 years ago, they got there by beating Great Valley in a PK shootout. That one was 0-0 all the way through.
Ceremony completed.
Yep. At this point, we're probably just going to turn this thing over to the stadium announcer.
We would ask Gary to come over and hand out the medal.
Team. Number 24, Bobby Edlin. Okay. Number 23, Tom Swaintek. Number 22, Ben Wasser. Number 21, Keith Wood. Number 20, Ed Gormley. Number 19, Tim Murray. Number 18, Drew Gadlich. Number 17, Michael Drew. Number 16, Dan Geary. Number 15, Dana Mondralis. Number 14, Grayson Drucker. Number 13, Matt Slemmer. Number 12, Chris Cush. Number 11, Kyle Welsh. Number 10, Sean Madden. Number 9, March Fitzgerald. Number 8, Ian Castle. Number 7, Andrew Wonder. Number 6, Kevin Fee. Number 5, Brian Edling. Number 4, Dan Tallarico. Number 3, Brendan Gifford. Number 2, Anthony Muniz. And number 1, Chris Papalicio. Congratulations, Radnor.
All right, a little bit more salt.
Joey.
I don't think they expected to be here today.
Hello? Okay, number 2, Panos Penides. Number 3, Aaron Stahl. Number 4, Zach Lieb. Number 5, Alex Choi. Number 6, Ben Rosenbluth. Number 8, Justin Matthew. Number 9, Tim Face McGrath. Number 10, Matt Hitson. Number 11, Lenny Checchio. Number 12, Chris Surgeon. Number 13, Chris McGaw. Number 14, Drew Kelp. Number 15, Lee Bassett. Number 16, Ravi Moose Tripathi. Number 17, Scott Carper. Number 18, Chris Dambley. Number 20, John Hood. Number 21, Keith Shilcock Elliott. Number 22, Rodrigo Nogales. Number 25, Jay On. Keepers, Dan Petrovito. And finally, goalkeeper, Tom Gallagher.
If we could have the captains here from Radnor. I congratulate Radnor High School for being the AA champion, District 1, and congratulate them and wish them good luck in the state tournament. Captains.
Reminder to be careful on the way home, ladies and gentlemen.